What's up, guys? This is COlive. I almost said my other channel. Speaking of my other channel, description box for Chase Oliver 68. But most of you guys are from here, from that channel already. But you know the Kingdom Hearts review series. No, don't worry. I'm still uploading it. I just haven't gone on COlive in a while. But the COlive is gonna be running. Trust me, it's gonna be running. It's definitely gonna be running. So COlivevideos is gonna review Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2. You know Square Enix. You video games fans know them. You either love them or hate them. Square Enix, they always try to find a way to make money. Oh, it doesn't matter what you do, Square. People are so obsessed with some of your freaking series, it doesn't even matter. They will buy the game whether it's on a piece of garbage like the cell phone. And Square Enix, they're known for, always producing their games, and they always are known for multi-platforming. In the Kingdom Hearts series, we already seen some multi-platforming. We saw the PS2 to the Game Boy Advance to the PS2 again. And now we are moving on to something else. There's a new generation of systems coming, and you know that Square wants to do it. And really, I blame Disney for this. If Disney didn't have such strong rights with Nintendo, I don't think this game would ever be released on this system. Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days was not released on the PS2. This had major story, just like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, but many people probably slept on it or did not play it. It was on the Nintendo DS. Yeah, the Nintendo DS. This is actually a DSi. My brother actually gave this to me because he bought like the 3DS, and then he was all like, "Hey, do you want my DSi?" And I'm like, "Shit, you gonna give me a free DSi? Hell yeah, I want your DSi." I mean, I was stuck with the pink DS Lite that I found at my grandma's house, and I'm like, "Man, this looks cooler, man." You know, when you're at college playing Pokemon, all the nerds come to you like, "You have a DSi?" I'm like, "Yeah, bitch. Gonna take pictures of myself and my Pokemon." But besides Pokemon, and that being awesome as it is, I will do a Pokemon review series one day. Um, you know, Kingdom Hearts decided let's take a dive into the DS. And speaking of dives, Dream Drop Drive is coming out in America pretty soon. I suggest you check it out. I will have a review for that game. I have played the Japanese version, so I will definitely review you guys Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Drive. But that's like a question that I've been asked by many people. I don't know why. Um, but Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, I mean, Chain of Memories, well, wrong freaking game. 358 by 2 days. If you want to know why the title's 358 by 2 days, this is my rough estimate guess. Throughout the game, you go through days, and you have to reach like day 358, and that's like the final day. And it takes in between of like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, pretty much an in between game. And I think it's just like 358 days over two. So saying it's a part of the Kingdom Hearts 2 storyline, but it's just 358 days before. I don't know. It's a weird fucking title. It's like a long title. It's stupid. But anyways, let's move on. The gameplay of this game. The gameplay is pretty much overall. If you play like the PS2 Kingdom Hearts games, the gameplay is pretty much the same. It's just a hack and slash. You know, you get your abilities, you get glide, you get quick dash, you get all those moves, you get all those abilities. Pretty much like a hack and slash, except now you're playing as just Roxas. This is a story about Roxas inside the organization. And in all honesty, the story of this game is downright boring. I'm sorry. It is so boring. I know many fans are going to be like, "You didn't like this character or that character? How dare you? It was so touching with..." I don't give a shit about that right now. Like, yeah, that's a cool part of the story. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a cool part of the story. But the bullshit you have to go through to get to that is not fun. This game gets repetitive. This is pretty much what you do every day. You go to the Moogle guy to upgrade your shit so that way you have the best shit in the game. And then you go up to freaking whichever organization member. "Yo, Zigbar. What is it, Roxas? Why you staring at me like that? Yo, what we doing today?" "Oh, you're going on a mission to collect hearts, because that's like the main point of the game. You're killing Heartless to collect hearts for Kingdom Hearts. And basically, I'm gonna come with you, but I won't do jack shit." Alright, sounds like a plan. That's pretty much every mission. And then you go on to all the worlds that like Sora went to during like Kingdom Hearts 1 minus one exception or something. And it's like, really, the story for these characters when you go into the worlds and they're like, oh, you look familiar, it gets old, it's boring. You know, they add stupid mini games like you can't get spotted, and it's like, come on, dude, just let us play Kingdom Hearts. We're not playing this game to play Solid Snake. If I wanted to play a sneaking game, I'd play Metal Gear Solid. It's just this game is just so like boring at times. Like normally I can pick up a Kingdom Hearts game and I can play it through hours and hours on end, but this game it just feels like sometimes I just get bored. The worlds are not interesting. Again, like the world development has gone down, and that's what hurts. I mean, Chain of Memories. Even when you play Rechain of Memories on the PS2, the worlds are still cool to go through because it has that Kingdom Hearts 1 feel. And even on the Game Boy, the worlds are kind of interesting, even though they're in a box. But these worlds, once again, I would expect the DS would be cool worlds, but they're boring. They're linear. They're like Kingdom Hearts 2. They are boring worlds. They're not exciting. I will stand by this. It's not because it's the first game, but Kingdom Hearts 1 had the better worlds. They had the best worlds. And these worlds, once again, suck. I don't know people are saying, why are you bitching about the worlds? That's not the main point of the game, but it's fun to go to these worlds. That's the cool thing about Kingdom Hearts. It's mixing Japanese RPG with an American type of thing. No one thought this would work, and it worked, and it was such a beautiful theme. People even talk about the worlds in reviews and saying the worlds really make the game shine. I mean, really, this game doesn't shine because of the worlds or anything. The story, about like 3/4 in the game, that's the best part of the story. That's the only part of the story you should care about. But then, once again, it leaves more questions and doesn't answer a lot. It only answers a little bit. And it's like, you make all these like plot holes and stuff, and it's like you're leading up to a bigger story. But the problem is this: a Nintendo DS. Many PS2 owners, many 360 owners, many like, Nintendo Wii owners, a lot of people are not fans of certain systems. I met people like that. Personally, I just play every system because first off, I guess I'm lucky at getting my systems, but I'm not too picky on the system. There's certain games where I play on one system because I'm used to the control scheme, like the basketball games I play on 360, the football games I play on PS3. But the thing is, it's like, some people who are Sony goers, they're not going to go buy a DS to play Kingdom Hearts. If anything, they're just going to look it up online. I mean, it's just, no one wants to sit through and buy a DS. I mean, DSs nowadays are cheap. And if you want to play this game, you can even find an emulator. I'm not suggesting it, but you want to be illegal about it, go find an emulator and play this game. It's just, Kingdom Hearts multi-brand so much to the consoles, it's hard to really get into the story story of this game. And pretty much, it hasn't had a major console release in a long time. So many people are probably already forgetting about this franchise. I don't know, but I'm just rambling here. But really, it's like this game, even the secret boss, I thought that was disappointing. I know many people are going to be like, no, that was epic, and I'm going to be like the only exception. But even the secret boss was disappointing. It wasn't exciting. It was just kind of boring. I'm sorry. It was like you're already overpowered, and by the time you face him, he's just a piece of shit compared to you. But overall, the thing I like about it though is that even though it's on the DS, they do a good job with the graphics and the cutscenes. The voices sound very good. It has nice little touches. Um, Sometimes interacting with stuff is pretty cool, but other than that, it just gets repetitive doing the same old missions, doing missions you don't really care about, just to go through the story. If I'm playing through a game and I'm just not caring, that's a bad thing. I want to be able to care about the characters. I want to be able to, play the game and enjoy myself playing it throughout the whole process. Not be like, man, I don't want to put this game in my DS and have to deal with it. I mean, playing through it to do this review sometimes was just dreadful. I was like, oh my goodness, why am I playing this game? But yeah, pretty much Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days. It's not a terrible game. It has its gleaming points. I'm just tired of main story games for the Kingdom Hearts, really going on multi-platforms. Why can't you just make them onto the main system? I get it. It's marketing, it's good, but sometimes It's bad marketing because a lot of people don't have these systems. Now, this game gets overall probably a C plus grade for me, maybe a C. Now the next game. Ooh. You don't know what's coming up of the next Kingdom Hearts game. I just gotta say one thing. Fuck the PSP. You guys know what's coming up for you KH fans. This is CO Live. Subscribe if you like. Follow me on Twitter. You know, that's all in the description. See y'all.